This week was module about Web 2.0. The podcast I went over was from NPR. Their website has all kinds of different podcasts, but I went to one and it was about how I built this. That was a category, and then the subject was on Angie Hicks, and if you're not familiar with who she is the founder of Angie's List. So it was a very interesting to hear how Angie's List became to be in the first place to where it is now, from her going door to door and having to go and do reviews of people and having to sell her idea to people face to face, to where now you just sign up online. So that was very, very interesting to listen to as a podcast. And then moving on to another point for the social bookmarking part of the assignment, I used Reddit. I'm not a big fan of Reddit though. After using it, it's just, at least on my computer, it's kind of hard to see, and it's just kind of navigation wise a nightmare for me. The idea of having kids use like Instagram and Facebook and Twitter and social media, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing, but I think at the rate we are going now, it's not good for kids to be saturated with it. Also, YouTube is a great source for information, and I think using that as a resource from middle school to high school is fine. Not so much in YouTube for elementary. If I was going to use it, I would use only YouTube, and like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram would not be allowed in the classroom, because me personally right now I use those for entertainment, not for learning. So when I was reading and listening to the videos, I was listening to Professor Wersch, and I found one point very interesting. He was talking about anthropology, but also how we have to rethink who we are, and the technology that has changed the way we look at humor and the way we interact with each other. And I found that very, very truthful and very relatable. The way that we can have one video surface and then surface to another whole part of the world within minutes or hours or days is just astounding. And the implications are far beyond what we could even hope for sometimes. So I found that very interesting. This module was very insightful.